I said this one sentence and my entire life started shifting. Money flowed in, opportunities appeared, and I felt completely different. By the end of this video, you'll know what that sentence is, why it works, and how to use it. I'm a mindset coach and healer who's helped over 2,500 people transform their lives. And let's start first on the 3 core parts of why this works. We are 100% living in the matrix. There are levels of vibration happening all around us, filling every single space. We can't see it, but we can sense it. You and I might understand that there's something bigger going on in this world than just the physical that we see. These levels of vibration, we might be right here on this vibrational frequency band. And this vibrational frequency band is what we see the world as. The interesting part about this is maybe you have a goal of a certain amount of income, a certain thing and desire in your life, and this is where you want to head, but it's on a different frequency. Most people stay in the same frequency band and constantly live the same life over and over and over, and they're so disappointed and frustrated because there's a big gap between this and the goal. They never see the goal happen, or if they do, it takes a very long time and a lot of very, very hard work in order to get there. Now, hard work and action and time is a part of the process, every process, yes. But some goals take 30 years that could actually take 3 years instead if you're in the right frequency. So we're not saying it's an overnight success if you change frequencies by any means. What I'm saying is you collapse the time frame between you now and the receiving of your desire. The important part here, my very first mentor, Bob Proctor, the star of The Secret film, I was mentored by him for 4.5 years, is that he always said feeling is our conscious awareness of the vibration we're in, or feeling equals vibration. Every time we say we're feeling a certain way, what we're really saying is I'm in the vibration of that feeling. So if I'm saying I'm happy today, I'm feeling the vibration of happiness. If I'm feeling abundant today, I'm feeling the vibration of abundance. Feeling equals vibration. And the great Esther Hicks or Abraham Hicks teachings talks about vibration precedes manifestation, or vibration comes before things happen. So we have to step into the vibration before anything changes in our life and manifests to our next level. This is all done in consciousness. So we actually need to step up our frequency to the level of our desires right now and start from here. Now, these are all dotted lines because you can't see it. You can't understand that you're in a different frequency band other than understanding how you're feeling. So you need to find ways of feeling abundant right now before things change, even if right now you are in lack. You may see lack in your world. You may see it physically in your bank account. We need to find ways to step up that frequency into the higher level of a frequency band. And while we're in that frequency band, we need to maintain it. So we need to maintain faith, not religious faith. We're talking about deep-seated conviction and belief, all the way until you land at that goal. Not easy to do, but that's why you're watching this video. We're going to discover techniques and ideas to help you with your faith, with your belief, and with your conviction that you can stay in that frequency of abundance prior to abundance happening in your life. This one sentence, I'm going to provide you the 3 core parts of why this works. Is number 1, it deals with soul reemergence. And maybe you never heard of that before. What does that even mean? Soul reemergence. Well, we're going to talk about it. On the frequency bands here, your soul or inner being, higher self, whatever you want to call that, resides here. It doesn't reside here. In fact, it resides in very higher dimensions, yes, but for this specific video, for simplicity, so you can actually practically use this stuff and it's not some esoteric concept, we're going to talk about your inner being already feels abundant before it actually happens on the physical plane. Because at a higher dimension in this frequency band, your soul's already here. Your inner being's already here. So what you're doing is, instead of saying, I don't feel abundant, I don't have abundance around me, I only see a lack, say, I want to line up with re-emerging with my soul at the frequency band it resides in. And that's all you care about. I don't care about what's in my bank account right now. I care about being here with who I really am. The second part here is faith in the unseen. We've all heard these things before, right? That you have to stay in faith, you have to stay in belief, you have to try and believe before things happen. If you're an athlete and you're trying to win a championship, you need to see yourself with a trophy beforehand, right? We've heard of these ideas at least before. But what we're doing here is, if we can maintain the faith, how do you do that? You stay connected with your soul, reemergence, and inner being, and you also allow yourself to realize this is a spiritual truth of who you are. This might be a physical truth. This is what's in your bank account. This is what's going on in your life. It might be lackful. But your spiritual truth of the potential you have inside of yourself is here already. So you have faith in the unseen. It's invisible, but you have faith because that's who you really are in your potential. And finally, number 3 is stopping overthinking. And my clients, this is the biggest block, is overthinking. How's it going to happen? Where's it going to come from? When's it going to happen? Every time you overthink, you are stepping down your frequency to this level or lower. Because when the mind is very active and you're manifesting only from the mental level, and you're trying to think of how it's going to come, yes, you can plan, yes, you can have a strategy, but when it comes to actually figuring out all the minute details, it's control. And you're not controlling the universe, you're not controlling God, you're not controlling, you are a spark of that essence, but you're not controlling the between now and then. You do the best actions you can, yes. You plan and you take the best strategy behavior, yes. But you don't control all the little things that happen between now and then. You don't control who enrolls with you as a client. You don't control who comes into your life. You don't control exactly the happenings of everyday living. And that's good, because it's like your heart beating, right? You don't have to control it all day. It just happens for you. It's like the earth spinning. You're not spinning it today, right? It's doing it for you. It's kind of nice. It's not like a full-time job spinning the earth, right? So you want to be in a place here that's like, this is good. I don't want to overthink. I want something else, a higher power, to figure out how this is going to happen. And this overthinking is what causes resistance. And the resistance is what blocks us, and it brings us and steps us down on this lower frequency. And by the way, if you're getting value out of this video, we'd love to have you here. Subscribe to our channel, being here with our Soul Tribe family. Throw a like if you're getting the value. And also in the description below, we have our courses, programs, and one-on-one mentorship that'll help you get step-by-step directions every day, every week, on what to do, how to manifest, how to attract, how to heal your deepest traumas, how to bring yourself to the next level. So with all this being said, and we're now understanding how this works and why it works, here's the phrase that changed and shifted my life forever. I'll never forget it. My mind is a center of divine operation. This quote and phrase is borrowed from the great Thomas Troward. He has a great, beautiful, mystical, spiritual works that really goes to the depths of manifesting and attraction. But my mind is a center of divine operation. How did this one phrase change my life? Well, every day I would revisit this understanding of frequencies, levels of vibration being feeling, vibration preceding manifestation. I had to get into vibration before it happens, re-emerging with my soul, having faith in the unseen, and stopping overthinking, decreasing the resistance. I would focus all my attention after I visualized, after I did my goal intentions for the day. I would stop thinking about my goal. I would stop trying to figure out how it's going to happen. And I would focus on this phrase and say it out loud at least 100 times a day. My mind's a center of divine operation. My mind's a center of divine operation. One of, and the only student of Thomas Troward, Genevieve Behrend, has a beautiful book, Your Invisible Power. She used to say this phrase out loud over and over and over. And what happened is her faith in wholeness, in the manifestation process, in who she really was, started to become this mystical experience. And this is what happened for me as well. You step into a place where you're less active in the mind, you're more soul. You're less overthinking, you're more present. You are more in your wholeness. And you keep saying this out loud almost as if it's your life mantra. And when you do that, you open up the field for good things to find you and opportunities to find you and things to flow, life flow, because you're in this place of, you're in this higher frequency band. But in this band, you're overthinking. In this band, you are aligned with this idea. Because what if your mind was a center, one center of many, many centers of divine operation? Think about what that means for a moment. Your mind is acting as the operator of the divine. And thought is the connecting link between spirit and matter. So if that's the connecting link and you're allowing yourself to be re-emerged with your soul and you're manifesting from your soul's desires rather than your just mental ego desires, this phrase becomes your identity. It becomes what you live from. It becomes the idea that you're really with. So revisit this video every day. Allow yourself to stay in awareness, but say this phrase out loud every day, at least 100 times a day, allowing yourself to step up in the awareness. And let's see what happens.